Yeah, good. We're on. So welcome and nice meeting you. Sorry about all the mucking around with this technology. So nice meeting you. What time
Nice
is
to meet
it
you.
in the US?
It's
Where you live?
8:30 p.m.
Oh, so it's nighttime. We just got up. Actually, this is the morning. Well, not morning, midday.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna introduce you to everyone. You are a fitness and healthy living lover. From your Facebook, I got that, and we're gonna dig deep into
Yeah.
everything
I'm
that
gonna
you
change my
do.
I'm gonna change my seat. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna introduce you while you get comfortable. So you
Yes,
believe
thank you.
that movement and playing the game is the key to a long-lasting and healthy life, and gaining the strength is really key to everything. So you from Boston. This word, I never know how to pronounce it,
Boston, yes,
Massachusetts.
perfect. Perfect.
But but you live in Bar Harbour, Maine.
Maine. We say Maine,
Oh,
yes. Yeah.
Maine. Okay.
Maine, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was the way I met you is through the internet. I talk to people every day, and I like to chat and find out what people do on the internet. It's really interesting. I find it really really enjoyable. So that's how we met. Actually, a
Yes.
few weeks back. And we were just
Yes.
chatting away. And because I love interviewing people, I proposed to you that if you want to get interviewed on my Facebook. So here we are. And you are basically you're a guru in the field of yoga and therapeutic specialist. Is that right? And certified
Yes.
personal
Yes.
trainer. So you do all these things that are really important for our health
Yes.
and long-lasting
Yes.
life. So a little bit
Yes.
about me. So you know why I'm interested in all this. I come from El Salvador. That's my background. So I've been living in Australia for 34 years, and I've always loved sports and keeping active in my life. So coming from El Salvador, I don't know if you know that country, they have all sorts of fried foods, and my parents' generation is really, I should say, really sedentary and unhealthy because they eat all these foods and they never exercise. My parents don't know how to ride a bike, you know? If they go around the block, they get tired and all of these things. So I think, and the more you keep on telling them that you have to move and you have to keep healthy, the less they do it because they really don't know how to, you know? So anyway, I love sports, especially soccer, and I've done all sorts of things. I actually do it with my kids. And
Great.
when I came to Australia 34 years ago, I used to smoke. I think no one knows about this side of my life. I used to smoke, and then we decided with my sister we want to keep fit, so we went into this gym, and I never looked back. I just don't know how to smoke these days. I was never interested. Like it just disappeared from my life. So ever since
Wonderful.
I've been, ever since I've been wrestling, I've been doing soccer, running, hiking. All of this. I like it really strong, vigorous exercises in sports. And that's why I
Great.
became really interested in interviewing you in what you do,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah. That's
also feel that doing sports and maintaining a healthy lifestyle and diet is really important. My diet is not the best, so we're gonna dig deep into what a diet is as well. So
we talk
um,
about it. Yeah.
let's
Talk about
let's
it.
do it. So
Yeah.
Andrea, is that the way you pronounce it, Andrea?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us about yourself, your background, your profession, your passions, your life in general. What do you do to keep fit? How long you've been keeping fit? What's your inspiration? I read that you 88-year-old mom. Is it?
My mother's
Yeah.
88. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she works and she exercises every day.
Yeah. She's your role model. So
Really
tell us
is.
about tell
Really.
us about you.
Yeah. 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 Well, I've done many different things in my life, and I certainly had many years where I was, pretty sedentary, doing I'm a writer, so a lot of writing, and I did some office work, sitting at a desk. And certainly for too many years, I was, relatively sedentary, but I always uh, found ways to get exercise when I could, right? When I was younger, I danced. So I took dance lessons for many, many years. And then just, got into yoga and got into strength training. And always loved to walk and to hike. And so I always was pretty active. And as I got towards when I was turning 40, I really realized with what happens to our bones as we age, I really started to more seriously strength train. So starting about 40, I started to really seriously strength train. And then when I was just before turning 60, I decided that I thought, well, why don't I become a certified personal trainer? Because I thought it would be a great way for me to get older by becoming a certified personal trainer. And then once I did that, I just got, I was always really interested in the body and how we move and how we can improve our lives. But I got so fascinated that I just added yoga training and Tai Chi and mat Pilates. And I just kept studying and studying and studying. Just kind of once I opened that door, it's been wonderful to keep studying and just learning more and more and more. So I've been working with clients for 6 years now. And it is so funny. 6 years seems like a short amount of time, but it has been a very rich and fulfilling time. And I've learned a lot about people. So today for myself, I hike a lot, I strength train, I do a lot of yoga and Pilates. So that's what I do to stay fit.
I guess when you're a personal trainer, it's good because you have to do the exercise because you have all these people waiting for you, you know what I mean? So it's good. It just kills one bird with, what's the saying? Two birds with one stone, if you know what I mean.
No, because I have to, when you're training somebody, you're not doing your own workout. I might demonstrate a move, but my focus is 100% on them. I do need to make sure I take time in the day for my own workout. And just like anybody, the day can get away from me and I didn't work out. You know what I mean? Just like it happens to any of us. If you don't, you have to schedule your workouts and commit to it in order to get it done. So
yeah, that's right.
That's how I approach it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. So I can see that in your Facebook, you have a group named Aging in Motion. What's the purpose of this group and how do you help people with the healthy habits and the fitness journey?
Well, yeah. It's very interesting because I work with a range of people and, there's, and I'm focused on people who are a little bit older, but it's so interesting because often people in their 40s will get in touch with me and they'll say, you know what, I feel older than my age. And they're recognizing then already that they need to do more, right? I've got other clients that are 80 realize they need to do more, but even some younger clients realize they have to, they're starting to feel how they're losing the natural stuff that they had younger. And what happens to everybody is you get to a point where you will lose it if you don't work at it. The great thing is if we take ourselves seriously and we commit to an exercise program and we're regular, then we can age well and with less pain than if we don't do anything, right? And if we don't do anything, like you're describing what your parents are doing, then invariably our joints hurt, our back hurts, because we're not moving enough. And sometimes it can be a little counterintuitive, but even if I actually have an arthritic right knee, but I squat and I do all kinds of exercises because strengthening the knee is the only thing I can do to fight against the natural aging process that is happening. Right. Yeah. But the great news is that if we do nothing in the aging process, we lose muscle, But if we strength train, we can build muscle until the day we die. I mean, you know, if you strength train, you can build muscle. So we don't, so the loss is a natural process, but we can combat that process by taking action.
Well, but not many people know these things that you're talking about. I've heard people that are in pain and they say, I'd rather not exercise because I'm in pain. But they don't realize that by exercising at least a little bit, they will be getting better at the pain. And I find it's in people's perception. So I find that really young people, they think, oh, no, I don't exercise. I don't need to, I don't need to have a good diet because I'm young, And then they get older. I talk to people who are older and they get really bad habits and they can't break them. It's so hard for them to break it. And so hard for them to exercise because they say, oh, I'm old. What's the point? I'm going to die anyway. But they don't realize that their lifestyle and their life could be so much, the quality of life could be so much better. It's a catch-22 thing that.
Yeah, so much better. So much better. Yeah.
So what's the advice that you can give these people in these situations about their movement and their
I know. I mean,
diet?
I know. I mean, I try to just say that, I mean, like my phrase is aging in motion because we are aging. That's going to happen. We're going to get older. That's going to happen no matter what we do. But if we age in motion, then we can age well. And I think it really, for a lot of people, it's like, what do you want to do? So like, if you want to play with your grandchildren, then you need to be able to get up out of a chair and play with your grandchildren, right?
Yeah.
If it really depends on kind of what you want in life, or if you still want to play golf, if you still everybody has their own motivation for the thing that will kind of get them going.
Yeah, but I think it might start with a change in mindset and perception on how you see things,
I think that's right. I think that's right. And I think people might have the impression that there's nothing they can do. And they might also have the impression that they just want to take a pill.
Exactly. Right? My parents are full of pills. Yeah. Full of tablets.
But in point of fact, a pill may temporarily take some pain away, but the only way to really feel better is to get into motion, right? And it's important for people to pick what's going to suit them. So I work with some clients, they want to do Tai Chi, this slow moving kind of, that's what works for them. Other people want to do yoga. Other people want to lift weights and strength train. So everybody has to find their own way and what's going to work for them. Which is partly why I've trained in so many different modalities, so I can bring to people what's going to work for them.
So as long as they're doing something is important.
Say again?
As long as they do something, that's important.
Right. It's important to do something, but like pick something that's going to suit you, because there are many options. So you can really find something that's going to work for you. Yeah.
So these are the expert ways that you help people. You cater for their age and their needs, or however they want to train, as long as they keep it going. Okay, so one last question before we close, because we don't want to keep it too long. Maybe we can have another, coming up interview on this, if you're interested, because this topic is just so vast, so broad.
It is.
So what's one piece of advice that you could give to anyone, any age, in their lives, so they can get a head start, they can start today in the fitness and the health and the diet as well, like a person that is, open.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I do want to talk about diet a little bit because you already mentioned that. I would say start by taking a walk. And the great advantage of taking a walk is that you get to have some nature, breathe some fresh air, clear your mind, have some time to yourself, or you could walk with a friend and have a beautiful conversation. But start you know, if you're doing nothing right now, start by just taking a walk. It's a great place to start. Yeah, start by taking a walk. But let's talk about, you know, and I don't like to talk, I think the word diet is such a constricting word, because many diets, quote unquote, do not work. But what does work is healthy eating. And in fact, if you eat healthy, then you'll feel better, you know, if you just eat healthy foods, right? And the way very simply, you want this, there are 3 macronutrients that we need to have. We need to have protein, carbohydrates, and fats. And people can have a bad idea about fats, but in fact, our brain needs some fats, right? Yeah. Healthy fats are like avocado, right? Or fish, you know, there's a lot of healthy fats. And then there's some fats that are unhealthy. But if you think about a round plate of food, if half of it is fruits and vegetables, 1/4 of it is your protein, whether it's a plant-based protein or it's fish or chicken or whatever, and the other 1/4 of it is a whole grain. That's a healthy plate of food. You want, and you want to have protein. Some people skip protein for breakfast. You want to have protein for breakfast and lunch and dinner. So it's really key to have that all day, as well as fruits and vegetables.
Oh, now we lost the sound again.
I hear you. Did you lose me?
I can hear what you're saying.
You cannot?
No.
Oh no.
This is crazy.
Oh no.
Anyway, I'm gonna put all of your details. Can you hear me? You can hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm gonna put all of your details on below the interview, and I'm gonna share the link for the recording, because we've reached the end happily. So
all right, great.
We're gonna have another interview after this, because there's so much to talk about, and I'm so interested, especially the diet side of things.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
And I'm sure that many people will be interested to hear what you have to say. You were saying something really, really interesting. So I'm going to put all of the details if someone wants to get in touch with Andrea and all of the things that she provides, all the services that she's really knowledgeable in the field of movement and both things. So you get, the best of all the worlds in terms of getting better in your life and to have a long life and healthy life. So I'm gonna put all this, and we're gonna wrap up now. I'm so grateful and thankful for having you with all of this information.
Thank you, Maria. Thank you.
I can hear you, so I think people might not be hearing you as well. So, but we're gonna wrap up. Maybe put a comment in, underneath my post, and just because you can't say anything, just say bye to everyone. Okay. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.